everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is an energy vampire will drain you of everything you have. Everything. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a video. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. Let's watch this video, and then we're going to dive right into this topic. An energy vampire will drain you of everything you have. Here we go.
5 signs you might be dealing with an energy vampire. But what's an energy vampire? An energy vampire is a toxic person who drains you of your emotional energy. And here's how you can spot one. Number 5, they don't take any accountability. This is the person who always blames everyone else for their problem. Nothing is ever their fault. And they always have an excuse for something. Number 4, they're always involved in drama. They love to gossip and tell you about their drama in hopes that you will fix it. Number 3, they always one-up you. It doesn't matter how good your news is. They won't celebrate your success. Instead, they'll try to shift the focus back onto them. 2, they diminish your problems and highlight their own. This one is draining. You can never go to an energy vampire to talk about your feelings or something you're going through, because chances are they're going through something worse. Number 1, they guilt trip you, criticize you, and make passive-aggressive remarks.
All right, now you see what it said in the video about an energy vampire. And you know, we talk a lot about the narcissist, and the narcissist is a prime example of an energy vampire. And here's some signs of the energy vampire. That they want to be the center of attention. You know, when you're in a gathering and it's always somebody who wants to be on stage, you look at that person, because these energy vampires, they crave that attention and that validation. They crave it. So if they can be in front of an audience, they are eating it up. Eating it up. But in the meantime, the energy vampire will make you feel drained. And you don't know why you're drained around certain people. It's because they are sucking the energy out of you. And how do they do it? Maybe they're needy. People that need for you to do everything for them. They can't do anything. They could be just sitting on the couch and have you to run in the kitchen to get them something to eat. Run in there, getting them whatever they need, their slippers or their whatever. Watch out for these people who don't seem to be able to do anything for themselves. When I was with the narcissist, he was extremely draining. He couldn't be alone, and he couldn't do anything. He needed help to do everything he did, even his work. When I first met him, whatever job he had a lot of paperwork or whatever. And guess what? Me being an empath, I offered to help him once, and then all of a sudden it became my job to do his work for him. Every time I was with him, I ended up doing this paperwork. I hated it. But being an empath, I wanted to help out. See, that's the fault of the empath. You're too much of a giver. You don't want to hurt other people, but you do it to your own detriment. You got to learn to tell people no. These energy vampires, they won't stop. And I'm going to tell you, when I was with that narcissist and he had that paperwork, he never stopped until he left the job. I was looking at that paperwork every day, if not more than that. Any kind of report that he had, he couldn't do it. So it ended up with me. These are energy vampires. See, a lot of times you don't realize what's really going on. An energy vampire could be a person that likes to gossip. Gossip. They'll tell you, drain everything you got out of you. Then they'll run around and drain it out of somebody else and bring the gossip back to you, having you going up and down like you're on a roller coaster hearing gossip. These are energy vampires that keep that going on. Don't pay any attention to them. Energy vampires use people for everything. Everything. You know, like I told you, that narcissist used me to do his work, that he was getting paid for. That work. But see, narcissists, when they use people, you know, they feel some kind of accolade about that they've managed to get over on you. There's no glory in that. There's no glory. There should be shame in that you feel like that you even need to use other people to get your own business done. But that's an energy vampire. They will suck your energy because they lazy. These are lazy people. You see, they want other people to create a life for them. They don't have the energy to create it for themselves. You see? And it's and I mean, these energy vampires are everywhere. Everywhere. You know, I met a young woman not too long ago. And she was the type that wanted to latch onto you right away. To latch onto you. You know, get in close to see what it is that you have that she can get out of you. All right. You'll find women and you'll find men that do the same thing. They come in to use you. They don't have anything. And many of them have burnt bridges around their own people. They can't go back, so now they're looking for new people they can use. Because the people that know them already know what their MO is. So they're always looking for new people. Now, they do blame others for everything. They never take blame for anything that they do. I know when I was with the narcissist, he was blaming me for things that never happened. And then when I would say, well, wait a minute, I never said that. It never happened. But, you know, he was always making up things and blaming it on me. You know, I think they call that gaslighting. He was always doing that. But then that just made me feel exhausted trying to explain myself and trying to appease him. You see, these energy vampires always keep you on edge. They always keep you in a state of wanting to do more for them. You're not doing enough. Do more to get along with me, to make me happy. And ladies, if you're with a man who happens to be an energy vampire, you can feel it in your own spirit. Do you feel tired and worn out when you're around him? Do you seek a place that you can be alone sometime and be at peace sometime? Is he constantly causing conflict in your life? Is he constantly trying to take up all your time? Is he trying to be in control of who you are, how you look, how you talk, what places you go? That's an energy vampire. That's an energy vampire. You need to watch out for them. Now, many of these vampires have very big egos. Very big egos. But those of you can see it. You can point out people who have these big egos because, again, these are people who like to be center stage. They always want the attention to be on them. But people who are closely involved with them find themselves always walking on eggshells around them, exhausted, and kind of fearful of what these energy vampires might do, say, or whatever that throws them into a negative vibration. Now, you can run into these energy vampires anywhere. They're at work, they're at church, they're at school, and they could be right in your home. Right in your home. An energy vampire feeding off your energy. And ladies, be careful when you decide to choose a mate. Take your time and look at him carefully, and look at him for a while before you decide to choose him, because he could be coming just to use you up. And an energy vampire won't let you go until they feel satisfied that they have drained you of whatever they came for. That's right, whatever they came for. Now, some energy vampires are there to destroy you totally. Many of them, they won't let up until they got it all. And that means your emotions, any gifts that you have, like if you have any special abilities and gifts, they want to drain all of that from you. And your resources. Your resources. They want all of that too. I know when I hooked up with the narcissist, he zoomed right into my resources. First thing he wanted me to do was to think about selling my house to go into a house with him. This was the narcissist. The narcissist. I saw that red flag. And I was so glad that I did. He didn't really get me bad with the resources. Although he tried. He really did try at every turn to destroy me through the resources. You know, he did drain me otherwise. I mean, my self-esteem was at an all-time low. You know, I didn't have much self-love and self-esteem and all of that. So that was all very low. And he did try to get into my pocket, but fortunately, he wasn't successful. He wasn't as successful as he hoped to be. But this energy vampire, upon some research and hindsight, I found out that this vampire had taken advantage of quite a number of women. Quite a number of women with that same scheme. That same scheme. Let's buy a house together. And when I met the narcissist, he was in a home. I thought it was his home. He played it off like it was his home. Come to find out, that was his last main supplies home that they had bought together. And she couldn't take it anymore and left him in the home that he could not handle. So he was on his way in a foreclosure when I met him, and I didn't realize it. Ladies, be careful. Be very careful. Take your time. These people are not honest because they have bad intentions. They're out to use, abuse, and destroy. These energy vampires are everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And they don't look like it. They don't come in looking like they're going to take advantage of you. They come in looking like they're going to care for you and love you. But if you don't take your time with them, you'll be fooled. And by the time that you catch on to what's going on, it may be too late for you. You may be in so much debt. You may lose your home. You may lose your retirement. You may even lose your sanity messing with an energy vampire. Be careful, ladies. Avoid these people at all costs. And the way to do that is take your time with them. Because it's very hard for you to know right up front, as soon as you meet somebody, if they're an energy vampire, unless they come at you that kind of way. Unless they're coming off in the beginning as being controlling or too needy. If they're too needy, then you know that they're an energy vampire. For instance, if you meet a man and the first thing he says to you is that he's looking for some kind of help for something, he's got something going on in his life and he needs some kind of help, he's an energy vampire. That's one way you can tell. Okay? If you meet a man and he's all about himself and he's just too bigger than life, he's an energy vampire. He's going to require that attention from you to keep this chest all blown up. You see? Ladies, guard yourself. Love yourself. And take your time when you meet someone. Take your time. You see? Because time will reveal the truth about these people. Don't be rushed into it. Don't let anybody rush you into it. You see? I know that when you meet somebody, or, everything is fluttering, you're all excited and whatever. Be excited. But don't have sex. Don't have sex. Because once you open that gate, the energy vampire is in. The energy vampire has bonded with you. And by that time, now he can manipulate you. Now it's too late for you to say, oh boy, let me kind of get away from him. This is not right for me. It's going to be more difficult for you to break the bond after you have engaged in sex with an energy vampire. Okay? I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you would like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And also those of you who are looking for your affirmation for today, also the link is in the description. And remember how important your affirmations are. The affirmations change the way that you think about yourself. It changes your subconscious mind, which really will help to change your reality. So it's important for you to say your affirmation every day. I want to thank you so much for your comments, for your letters, and a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.